Sam Sulek wins his competitive debut, and he's going to the Arnold Classic Amateur, and at this rate may win his IFBB Pro League Pro card. What's going on, everyone? Christian Duke, Strength Addicts on all social media platforms, powered by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark with IML. Visit ironmaglabs.com today. Sam looked really good. He looked really good. He came in conditioned. He did classic physique as Nick Strength and Power correctly, predicted. And I thought he was going to do it as well. But honestly, listen, all love to Nick Miller. He knows his stuff. And I agreed, but he was the one that called it. He was on the money, as he often is. And, Sam did the work. He didn't complain. And he showed the world that he wasn't just a gym rat, but that he could also hunker down, get in the trenches, eat the meals, do the training with the caloric manipulation, pose in the mirror. And posing is very important. It's important in bodybuilding. It's important in men's physique. It's especially important in Classic because Classic is a throwback to the golden era of bodybuilding. Classic is a division that's got all those guys from the 60s, the 70s, and the early 80s. They love it. They absolutely love it. It showcases the beauty of the physique, the flow of the physique. It's just, listen, it is what it is. It's perfect. It should be bodybuilding. Arnold has always said it should be bodybuilding. It isn't. It's classic physique. But listen, Sam is in the right division. The division made famous by Chris Bumstead, and he's going to Columbus, Ohio, and he very well may emerge with a pro card. I mean, it's crazy to think about. I wrote an article for Iron Magazine, and in that article I said, listen, if he wins, a lot of people are going to say, look, it's politics. He's a viral sensation. He's going to make a lot of money for a lot of people in the sport, and if he wins, people are going to scream politics. But the thing is, people are going to scream politics, yes, but he looked really good, and he deserved the win. And could he have been better? Absolutely. This is his first show, guys. His first show. And he may actually get a pro card. I mean, that's really wild because the Arnold Amateur is a really tough show, but he could be a pro. I mean, it's crazy to think about, but he could be a pro. And if he's a pro, it's February, guys. If he turned pro at the Columbus, at the Arnold Amateur, this is wild. I'm not being melodramatic here. Listen, if I want to be melodramatic, I would be, but I'm not. If he got his pro card in Columbus, he could potentially be doing the Olympia. Like, today was his first show ever. He could be doing, just think about that. He could be doing the Olympia. That's pretty crazy. Congratulations to you, Sam. Honestly, seriously, congrats. You shut up a lot of critics. I was not a critic. And I admire you because you became famous without competing. You competed because you wanted to. There was no pressure for you to do it. And you did it because you wanted to, and I think that's pretty cool. And I think that a lot of competitors that maybe didn't accept you at first because, look, you weren't a competitor at the time. And, you were basically training and doing really well, but nobody really ever saw you in condition, in front of the mirror, in front of the judges. And now you've done that. And if you stopped right now, you would still have their respect, the competitors, but you're not going to stop right now because why would you stop right now? That's un-American, and like I said, in my article for Iron Magazine, which probably came out today, maybe will come out Monday, you were doing the business of bodybuilding, to quote the great Bob Ciccarello. You were really doing it. I mean, you didn't stop putting out content. You didn't make your videos shorter. You didn't complain when you had the death face. You did everything that you've always done, meanwhile getting ready for the stage. And that's admirable. And you were giving feedback and you were giving updates without goon lighting, without shadows, without, special effects. You were being very transparent. And that is also noteworthy because a lot of top pros, they don't do that. A lot of top pros, like even Big Ramy, has been known to put out old pictures and try to pass them off as current. You didn't do any of that. You didn't do any little tricks. You didn't deceive your audience. You never have. That's why you became famous in the first place. You weren't like the Liver King. You know what I mean? You weren't promoting some, ostrich egg or, whatever. You weren't hanging upside down. You're just a blue collar guy that loves to lift weights, that loves the gym, that likes to study the muscle, that likes to just think outside the box. And a lot of people wrote you off as being a lunkhead. And in reality, you're very smart. You had a great deal. Well, you had a deal with Hostile Sups. You walked away from that, or it didn't work out. You didn't burn any bridges. You didn't crap on Fuad. You didn't crap on his line. You've worked a booth. A lot of guys can't work a booth. You've worked a booth. That's some hard work, and you did it. So honestly, I think that even though you're very young, and I'm not holding that against you, but you've come up in a very impressive kind of way in a short amount of time, and there's nothing fake about you. Like, you're a real guy, you're a real straight shooter, or a real bodybuilder, and I think that they would be, they should be lucky to have you as a pro, and I think that you're going to do very well at the Arnold Amateur. And as I said in my article for Iron Magazine, I feel that, winning this show or even doing this show would have given you tremendous confidence to hit the Arnold Classic, Arnold Amateur stage. Because when you compete for the first time, I've never competed, I'm a fat ass, but I've done enough interviews, hundreds if not thousands of interviews, and I know a little thing or two about it. And I think it was important for you to cut your teeth. Even though you won, but you're still cutting your teeth. You've never done this before, and the Arnold Amateur will be the second time around. But I mean, you're going into Columbus with so much buzz, and I think that's great. And even if people say, hey, you won because you've gone viral, because you're a big sensation, they can't take away the shots. And as Austrian Power said, when the HD video comes out and people see the detail and the crispness and the flow and the symmetry and the work that you really put in, because listen, there may not be pictures that are the most flattering of you because maybe the angle of the photographer, the videographer wasn't ideal. Maybe their angle and the lighting didn't, match up perfectly. But everything I've heard from people that are at the show has been nothing but glowing reviews of what you brought to the stage. So you did your homework, and you're going to do your homework going into the Arnold Amateur. And like I said, I think it'd be absolutely insane if you did your first show on February 15th, and then you got your pro card in Columbus, and then you were at the Olympia in Las Vegas. I think that would be insane. And I think you can do it. I really think you can do it, and I want you to do it, and I want you to, make all of your dreams come true because you're doing it through hard work. Nobody's giving you anything. You have earned it every single step of the way, and I applaud you for that. I really do.